Hey, Todd here, and welcome to another Acme Machining. It's been a while since I've done a video. Well, a lot going on since we moved down to New Brunswick. The to-do list is a mile long and finally getting caught up. The outside to-do list is done other than shoveling snow, that old S word. But yeah, we're going to make a video. One thing, I've been cleaning up around the shop, and one thing I want to do is I want to cure this problem here. I'm just going to go handheld here for a minute. That's not what I want sitting on the edge of my lathe all the time. So I'm going to make a rack, and we're going to put it up on the back apron of the lathe, and just going to make it out of a piece of scrap aluminum. It's a quick video, cheap video, and do some housekeeping here. So come along, folks, we're going to have some fun. Hey, we've got this piece of scrap here. I think it's from when I did a valve cover spacer a while back. I just saved it because it's just over 18 inches long, 3/4 inch by almost 2 inch, so that's going to make a big chunk of bar for what we're doing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill some 7/8 holes. That'll set this in about halfway. I'd love to have a 15/16 drill bit, but I don't, and I don't want to make this into a boring video and be boring out a bunch of holes. So I'm going to space these holes approximately 2.5, 2 3/4 inches apart, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up on the mill. We're going to get all the nice edges on this again, and then we're going to start spacing out some holes and seeing where we get. So let's get over and get the mill set up. So I just got this chucked up in the vise, and we're going to turn it on. Go to about 1,000 RPM. Touch off here and make a quick pass. It's going to be nice, get things organized over on the lathe, and it seems the more organized I get with my tools, seems like the more space I seem to have, so it's a win-win. Just going to zero out my Z so I know how much I'm coming up. Of course I touched off on one side and not doing a thing over here, so how far we come up before we get anything here. There's 25. We'll just take it slow. Been taking a lot of things slow, bugging my knee up at work, and get on my feet more in a couple hours, and I'm tired. Well, now we're starting the day. inch and a 1/16 slot drill. And it makes quick work of that. So I'm only going to come up 15 at a time. If this gets too long-winded, I will edit it in. Bring you back when I get this side leveled off. So should have kept you going there. We only missed 1.5 passes and it's all done. Now when I set that in the first time, all I did is I measured my table up 5 inches each side. So, and I did it with a tape measure, so wasn't doing anything exact. Flip that over. Give it a good hit down. Hopefully I wasn't in your guys' way. I'm going to drop the knee just a little bit and we're going to come over and move on. Videos planned here. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to set it up so I got 2 voices on the middle. So when I'm doing something like this, it's a lot quieter. So hit that subscribe button and you won't miss it. We're getting one end finished off here. I'm not going to bore you to death, so I will bring you back when we get this side finished up. You didn't miss too much on that last one. And right now I'm just going to take this slot drill and see if I can clean up the end of this here piece of bar. Come in about 10 thou. See what that does. It's going to feed me. Let's do another 10. good, just a little bit right there. It's going to come in another, I'm going to give it another 10. I know it's probably more than I need to, but there's no given length to this. It's just a rack on the... I'm just going to zoom in here for a minute. See the finish that it gave me back here? That's conventional milling. And what's happening is it takes the chips, like the chips that I got right there, and it feeds it back through and jams them. Now, we're not supposed to do climb milling, but I'll show you why I do it. I'm just going to come in. I came in 2 thou. Chuck that back on. Now that doesn't look good, because you can still see some pattern in it, but I tell you, it sure feels good. It's smooth. And this machine is rigid enough and new enough that I can do some light climb milling. This tool probably could be sharper, but it was just one that a viewer sent in, so thank you, Alan, I appreciate it. And yeah, just going to flip it over and do the same to the other side. So. I just give that a good whack with my lead, and then I make sure that I'm not sliding my parallels real easy. They're in there really good, actually. So okay, rinse and repeat. Doing the same things I did on the other one. 10 thou at a time. Yeah, now that finish that's there doesn't look a whole lot different than after I did the climb mill on the other side, but that's very rough. Like, I don't want to do a lot of filing or sanding on that, because it's one of those things that's skinning up a lot. I'm just going to bring this in another 2 thou. And we'll do a climb mill on it. It's got a few holidays in it, but I'm not too worried about it. I can see down here. Now this finish, I don't know what it is. It feels real good, but video, it's sort of like taking a picture of vinyl siding. It looks like crap, right? But I tell you, it doesn't feel like crap. It feels real nice. So I am going to take this out, give it a quick deburr, and I'm going to get a drill, 7/8 drill set up in this, and start laying out some holes. So we'll be right back, folks. Well, I thought I was showing you guys how to find center on the y-axis, but I went to stop the recording and it was already stopped, so I must have not pushed record. So we're going to do it on the x-axis here real quick. And we'll show you what's going on. I've got a center finder in here. I'm just going to walk this over. And what it does is it lines up the bottom. And it looks like we're right on there. But I keep on turning until it kicks out. Right there. So zero my x-axis. You guys can't see that. I'm going to bring you around here. Okay, you see how that's wobbling? And you've seen how it kicked out. I'm going to do it again. There we are. So I go x half 0. And bring this back till it reads 0. Because what it did is it took like the measurement from side to side. And it divided it by 2, so. And I am just going to change over to a drill bit. Bring the handheld here for a minute. There, our X and Y is both showing 0. And if I drill a hole right there, that's dead center in that piece of bar stock. So I'm going to change over to a starting bit, and I'm going to start figuring out how many holes we're going to get out of this, because like I said, I want them 2.5, 2 3/4, somewhere there, because I want room between the tools. So I'll get set up and I'll bring you back, folks. Okay, folks, just did some quick ciphering in my head here. And if I go 2 3/4 inch, I'm going to have a hole in the center. I'm going to go over 2 3/4. I'm going to go over 5 1/2. I'm going to go over 8 1/4. And if I just lay my handy dandy tape measure there, 8 1/4 puts me right there. Leaves me approximately 1 inch off the end. And I think that's a good spot for it to end. So that 2 3/4 is going to work out perfect. So I'm going to touch off. I'm in the center position. I've got my Y locked, and I'm just going to spot drill all these holes, and then I'm going to change out my drill bit, and I'll go back and I'll drill them out the big side. So let's make it happen. Drink a WD-40 for aluminum, loves it. So 0. Roll over. 2 inch 750. Drink a WD-40. Headed over 5 1/2. Didn't do any planning on this. It just worked out. So, it's a project for the shop here. It's not a project for somebody else. If somebody else had planned something and wanted something, well, you give them what they want. That's what they're paying you for. You're doing stuff for yourself. Take what you get, make it look right, have fun. That's what it's all about. you're watching this, folks, please hit that like button. It really makes the YouTube algorithm do great things for me. If nobody hits the like button, it doesn't get put up on the screen for a non-subscriber to randomly see it. If you're a subscriber, I thank you very much. We're up over 2,100 subscribers, and I celebrate every subscriber I get. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit the button. It makes a world of difference. You see a bunch of likes. Put a comment in. Let me know how you like the new shop. Like I said, we moved from Acme, Alberta. That's where we got the name for the channel, is Acme Machining. And now we're in Sackville, New Brunswick. I bought the house that I grew up with. My parents are older, and I wanted to be close enough to visit, so they're in the nursing home. So I got the family home, and I get to visit them, which is really important. So show some love, hit that like and subscribe button, and also, have a Merry Christmas, folks. It's just around the corner. So I'm going to go get a 7/8 drill bit, and I'll be back. So I threw this in low range. Aluminum. So I'll show you guys something here. This is one of my old steering wheels off an old clunker I had way back when. And you take your quill handle off your machine. I made an adapter plate. Now if you want one of these great little rigs, look up Tangent Engineering Quill wheels. They go on just like that, and they make drilling holes great, because that one spoked handle is nice that it's not in your way and it can be repositioned. But when you're trying to drill holes, it's a pain in the butt. These quill wheels are great. So I made one. It wasn't a bad project, but unless you got a steering wheel kicking around that you can use by the time you go out and buy a steering wheel and stuff like that, show Jim some love at Tangent Engineering, and he makes some great tools. But you can make one or give him a call, buy one. Either way, folks, it's all about enjoying what you do. So, back to drilling holes. This is just aluminum, so I'm not stepping up. Again, these quill wheels are great. see if I can put a link to Jim at Tangent Engineering so you can get yourself one of these Quill wheels. And shut things off when you're clearing that stuff. Yeah, it's just aluminum. It's aluminum razor blade, folks. You know how miserable a paper cut can be. Well, multiply that by 1,000,000. Pack it just a little more. Keep that swarf down the manageable size. And we're back to our 0 here. Well, almost. It'd be so nice to have some tool storage on the back of the blade where it's not in my way. Put the tools up there and they're well stored so they're not knocking against each other. Telling you, that Quill wheel, that is the cat's behind, you know what I mean. guys have noticed, but these covers I've got on the milling machine, they're just stair treads. Pick them up at your local Home Depot or hardware store or wherever you shop. So I just cut them to length and butt them up against the vise, and I can pick this up and right to the trash bin with it. And makes cleanup a lot easier. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to deburr this with my handy little homemade tool again. The plastic Chinese one broke on me, and I found out that these here are the same tips as the Nogas, but it's made out of aluminum. I'm not going to break that, so I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to deburr the holes quickly, and then I got to put a couple mounting holes in there. Just going to do 2 mounting holes. It's not that big and heavy. Probably put well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to plan. I'm going to go over to my bolt bin and I'm going to see what I got. And then I'm going to make it work, because that's what it's all about. It's not, this isn't a big expensive project for folks. It's just see what you got, make it work, have some fun, and it's going to take care of all my tools, because that's so much nicer setting them in there like that. So, big improvement. Cost me an afternoon. An afternoon with you fine folks on YouTube. So, okay. Gonna get it out of the vise and deburr it. And then I'm gonna come back and let you know what we're gonna mount it with. We spoke about the deburring tool. It's in one of my other videos. You want to take a look. It was a fun build. Now, the way this works is there's sharp edges there, okay? And this tool is just a piece of high carbon steel, and oh, I'm trying to get you in there. Just go around a couple times and it gets rid of the burrs. So you're not going to cut yourself. Oh, got out of frame there. And it's that quick. So I'll just flip it over and do the other side off camera. If you want to see the build on this, check out my other videos. Whoop. So yeah, please subscribe, check out the other videos, there's lots of them. So we're going to take this and we're going to mount this just in the back here. And what I've done is I'm just going to use some 8mm bolts, and I'm just going to set one like here and one here, and I just quickly measured off where I want to be. And I've got some marks in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this as easy for everybody as possible. Drilled those with a 1/8 drill bit. Grab a couple clamps. see nothing. I'll get a couple Sharpie marks on that and I'll bring you back. Okay, I just got a mark here, and a mark over, mark here and here. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer a line. I'm going to set this up in the mill. Going to find center on the Y, and I'm going to set up to drill that, so I'll bring you back in a second. So we're going to drill these holes. The hardware I got is 8mm by 125, and of course when we look at our Starrett inch metric tap drill size decimal equivalence chart, and contact Starrett, they'll give you one of these free. Just a minute, I'll see if I can zoom out. And there you go. I just framed mine in a poster frame. But yeah, Starrett gives them away. They even mail them to you free. So anyway, off topic there, but 8mm by 125 thread pitch is a 6.7mm drill. Now, I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but over here in North America, we don't have drill bits that are that precise metric-wise. But you do notice that it says .2638 in decimal point. So what we can do is we can go look for okay, 2610 is a G, and 2658 is a 17/64. Now, yes, I have lettered drills, yes, I have metric drills, but my metrics are 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5. They're all in half-millimeter sizes. Yeah, I could get a 6.7, but they want the price of a new Chevy truck for one around here. Do I have lettered drills so I can pick a G instead of a 16 or 17/64? Yes, I got a G. But again, all these odd sizes are very expensive. So 17/64, this thing's not holding a ton of weight, so otherwise I'd just put a ton of bolts in it or drill them right through and put a nut on the other side. But I'm going to go with the 17/64 because those there are $2 drill bits at a hardware store. So I'm going to get set up and we'll start drilling these holes. So here we go. A little shot of WD-40. I'm gonna go grab a tap. Okay, so when I'm tapping, I just tighten it up by hand. No key required. I want it to slip. Don't want it to slip that much. One thing I can do is I can throw my machine into neutral. And I can hand tap it like this. That way I know I'm nice and straight. Give me a good start on it. And then finish it up. I like tapping by hand because you get a feel for it. It's an awful feeling when you get this far into a project and you try to power tap something and you hear that ugly snap. That just means you get to start over. Because once you broke a tap off in a hole, it's stuck. Unless you got an EMD to electronically erode it out of the hole. There, now while I'm there, I'm going to take and I'm going to put a chamfer bit on there too. So. Blow the crap out. Just a second. Helps if I put it back in gear, folks. There we go. Yeah, that's all that takes. Make sure that our hardware goes far enough in. So we know we don't need to make the hole deeper while we're right on top of it. One down, one to go. Got a DRO on my Quill I'm just setting these to 1.1 inch. Leaves the hull blind, but I'm not blowing through the other side. I don't want to blow through the other side. Got such a mess here, I can't even find my drill chuck key. Using a little bit of Tapmatic edge cream. That will do you. I know there's a lot of products out there that work, but I use that a lot on stainless. And it lasts forever, because it's not like you need to put a gallon on there. So, okay. Hindsight's 20/20, so we're going right into low gear, or not low gear, no gear. We're in neutral. And I'm just spinning that by hand. It's working great. If I want it to go a little harder, I can put my key in there. I'm in neutral, so I can do that. But I didn't need to. Just run her by hand. Get that out of the way. Really enjoy doing these videos. I like sharing what I'm doing with you fine folks on YouTube. So, please pound that like button for me. Because like I said before, it really helps. If you hit the like button, it means that somebody else is more than likely going to see it come up on their page when they're surfing around looking for stuff to watch. A little chamfer. Blow it out. And it goes all the way down. So I'm going to run the tap in there again. Or blow it out again. Or both. How about that? Now all I got to do is enlarge those holes over on the lathe and we'll mount that up. So, see you over there. to make a brace so that I'm not beating the crap out of that, but no nothing, folks. Two thumbs up. Hit that like button, please. You folks have a Merry Christmas. Oh, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Here we go. There. That's a heck of a lot better than the mess we had before. I can see what I've got. I can take care of what I got. And yeah, it's where I need it. Not getting all piled up in crap on the bottom. So like I said, please subscribe. Check out my other videos. There's going to be lots more coming. And hit that like button. And have a great day, folks. Bye now.